Yesterday might have been St. Patrick's Day, and I hope, well, that most of you have recovered while enjoying yourself anyway in celebration of the Irish. But I'm still being a little bit green. This top is from Obvious Clothing. Just went to their fall fashion preview just a couple days ago at the Gibson Theater, and it was the fall fashion preview of their new clothing line, which is really exciting. And this tee is a little bit different than the one that Fergie wears on stage, or has worn on stage, but you know, it still has their graphics, artsy, edgy, and a lot of fun. This is Not a Spring Chick with Oldecam for OFN with comments on the headlines of today. Florida Democrats abandoned mail-in vote plan.
And things have just gotten worse.
Lewis takes $1 billion hit from Bear Stearns.
But they have said this morning, don't worry about it, hold on to your stock.
Really?
Right.
Okay. A majority of Democrats would like to see Barack Obama rather than Hillary Clinton win their party's presidential nomination, according to a national poll out on Monday.
Of course, those are the people that don't like Hillary.
China vows to hold on to Tibet.
Well, they have no intention, no matter how bad it looks, of giving in.
A female suicide bomber struck Shiite worshippers in the holy city of Karbala on Monday.
And they're using women now because they have such contempt for women.
Top U.S. officials say impressed by Russia's Medvedev.
Yeah, well, they think they can deal with him, which means that they're talking like Democrats.
Studies. Oh wait, aren't there a lot of Democrats? Studies show seniors can't do what they used to do when younger.
You know, I would love to find out who pays for these things. I mean, I can't do what I did 5 years ago. You know, I used to have strawberry blonde hair. I could bend over, and I weighed more than I do now, and I look horrible.
Either support Minister Wright or be called a racist.
That's what all the black commentators are saying, that the white people don't understand black people in churches.
Most of the world's mountain glaciers, many of which feed major rivers and water supplies, are shrinking at an accelerating pace.
That's called the end of the Ice Age.
Senator Barack Obama plans to deliver a major speech on race in Philadelphia.
Well, he called it a major speech. Unfortunately, nobody else did.
I know, huh?
Right.
Student stops out-of-control school bus but still gets detention.
You know, and it's called No Good Deed Goes Unpunished.
That's unbelievable. Democrats, the nation is at a defining moment.
Meaning that we have to do what they want, or they're going to continue to, you know, to screw us every direction possible.
The Supreme Court will decide whether it is indecent when some foul-mouthed celebrity drops the F word on live television.
I mean, there's no need for people to say anything live, because live isn't live. There's a 10-cent leeway between what's actually seen and what goes on. So when it's heard, it's because the people at the button want it to be heard.
You know, you're right, especially since Janet Jackson in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Judge releases sex offenders that had served their sentence, and they do it again.
The problem is that, you know, when you serve your sentence, it's irrelevant whether you might do it again. You have served your sentence.
Charities brace for Wall Street decline.
It means that charity starts at home.
India tries new ways to reach its underfed children.
Well, they could try actually going and feeding them.
Iraqis are finding their lives more hopeful, but give the United States little credit for the improvement.
That's because it was all of those other people that didn't do anything that are really responsible for everything that's going on well in their life.
Struggle for Iraq is the first I war.
That's because it's being, the war is actually being ran on the internet and not on the battlefield.
Liberals to spend $150 million on 2008.
It means they're that much concerned that Obama cannot beat McCain.
U.S. is on top of financial crisis.
Oh, that's what they say every time things go down the toilet.
Suicide vest, now weapon of choice for Al-Qaeda in Iraq.
That's because they don't search women.
Mars is not dead.
No, only in sci-fi do you think it's dead.
Study. Households face the unthinkable. Budgeting.
I'm a senior, my family has been, budgeted the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and now we're in the 2000s. So what's unusual about budgeting? Have you ever seen people going into grocery stores with a list?
Bear Stearns sold for less than the salary of New York Yankees third baseman.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Relativity. There is a difference between a speculator and making bad investments.
That no one seems to understand.
Skycaps sue over tips lost to bag fee.
Well, because the airlines are charging people now for putting, they're charging people now for their luggage, and they're taking the money away from the skycaps.
Daily multivitamin may increase risk of cancer.
You see, everything you drink, everything you eat, everything you breathe is going to cause cancer, so who cares?
Something's going to get you. U.S. to start economic stimulus payments on May 2nd.
Too little, too late.
Researchers say not enough sleep can have serious consequences.
Once again, I want to get some of that research money because all they do is tell you what everybody else knows.
Both parties cheer New York's new governor.
And New York's new governor just a few hours ago admitted that, well, he's been a little bit unfaithful himself.
Now isn't that ironic?
That's right.
Obama doesn't get it.
Well, Obama simply doesn't understand that he is supposed to be president of the United States, not the president of the minorities that he seems to want to represent more than the people of this country.
Ship's pilot charged in San Francisco Bay oil spill.
They had to charge somebody for the mess.
A Monty Bubbleism for the Mark Twain of the animal kingdom.
If you put off to tomorrow what should have been done yesterday, you forfeit the right to grumble about it not being done.
It's kind of like voting, isn't it?